Hello everyone. In today's video we're going to be doing is could pterosaurs survive on Skull Island? And know what you're going to say. There's already a pterosaur. And that's the scissorhead, a flightless bipedal wading pterosaur. And apparently there's apparently that it's not known how these pterosaurs even got this way, but there are animals that already took the role of flight, and that are rat bats and flying cynodonts, that which they already beat them to it at some point in the past. So let's get started on pterosaurs that could have survived on Skull Island. Alenka, for their environment, freshwater delta systems. And for their diet, they would prey on small animals like crustaceans and mollusks, amphibians, small to medium-sized reptiles, and even small or juvenile dinosaurs, much like other astarchids. Aeronacthus, environment, woodland habitat, low-lying islands separated by warm, shallow seas. And for their diet, they would eat insects. Chasing small insects like bats do today. Its wings were flexible and allowed it to maneuver between low areas and potentially around or under trees. And Drek, its environment, they will live in warm and wet habitats, riddled with a series of scattered land masses with shallow water. And for their diet, they would prey on fish and even sometimes scavenge. Dimorphodon, environment, tropical areas. And for their diet, they would prey on insects, small vertebrates, and carrion. Hatzegopteryx. Like all Asdarchid pterosaurs, Hatzegopteryx was probably a terrestrial foraging generalist predator. It is significantly larger than any other terrestrial predators from the Maastrichtian. But in its time, there were no large hypercarnivorous theropods in their region in the Hexig Island. But they would compete with animals that are in Skull Island. With its robust anatomy, Hatzegopteryx suggests that it may have tackled larger prey than other Asdarchids, including animals too large to swallow whole. For their diet, they would prey on small creatures, other dinosaurs, and animals as large as horses. And for their environment, they would live in alluvial plains, wetlands, and rivers, surrounded by woodlands. Ecran Draco. For their environment, they would live in warm, tropical environments with freshwater lakes, forests, and many plants and animals. And for their diet, they would eat small fish from freshwater lakes, and may have used skimming technique to catch its prey, flying low over water and snapping its jaw into the water to catch fish. Once it's caught, a fish, it was stored in its throat pouch, similar to pelicans before swallowing it. Pteranodon. For their habitat, they would live in shores of the ocean, trees, and caves. And for their diet, they would eat fish and other small marine animals. Pterosaurs. For its environment, they would live in coastal areas, estuaries, and near lakes. But they have to watch out for predators like pterosaurs, Nafundosaurus, Diarsuchus. And for their diet, they would they are filter feeders. They mainly eat small hard shell aquatic crustaceans. So I could see them surviving on Skull Island. Quetzalcoatlus. For their environment and habitat, they lived in sparse forests, fresh ponds, and rivers. Coastal lagoons or estuaries. And for their diet, they would eat. It was originally thought to have hunted fish, but there are studies that they eat could eat carcasses of dead dinosaurs, similar to marabou storks, and it may have taken unprotected young dinosaurs as a snack. Because of its long neck without teeth, it would swallow its prey whole. So, I could see them surviving on Skull Island. But they have to compete with V-Rex. One peck from its beak could cost a V-Rex an eye. Rhamphorhynchus. For its environment, they likely lived in coastal areas, marine environments. Many lagoons, and for their diet, they would feed on fish, insects, frogs, and cephalopods. Juveniles likely ate insects and small arthropods while climbing trees and bushes. For the adults, they would eat fish and cephalopods. as evident as evidence by a frequent discovery of their remains in Rhamphorhynchus's abdominal contents and coprolites. Tapejara wilhelmeri, in its environment and habitat, they will live in near lagoons. And for its diet, scientists believe that Tapejara wilhelmeri, a pterosaur that likely ate fruits and seeds. This is because its beak is similar to those of fruit-eating birds like hornbills and parrots, and the raised bump inside the beak may have helped it crush seeds, cones, and hard fruits coverings. In contrast, most other pterosaurs ate meat. Thalassodromius. For their environment, they lived in tropical climate, marine environments. And for their diet, they would eat their fish-eating carnivores that skimmed water surfaces for prey. However, this idea has been criticized for lack of evidence. Thalassodromius had a strong jaw muscles and may have able to kill and eat larger prey on the ground. The limb proportions of related species also suggest that Thalassodromius could fly in inland settings and move efficiently on the ground. They would eat size range animals like small ornithopods or theropods, small reptiles, and mammals. Thypongica. For its environment, they will live in ancient marine areas. And for their diet, well, its diet, carnivore. I could not find any information about it. Tropeonacthus lived in Rift Valley environments, lakes, coastlines, and for their diet, they ate fish. Tupandactylus, for their environment habitat, they would live in hot, dry lagoons with upland forests. And for their diet, Tupandactylus potentially eat fruit and using its jaw to crush fruit and flowers in its mouth, or it may have eaten meat as well, been more of a generalist. Vespertilius, for their habitat, they will live in arboreal environments. And for their diet, like other arachnids, insects. And that's it for every pterosaur. There are some that I might have excluded, but I'll do a part 2 at some point in the future of pterosaurs. Like and subscribe, and I hope you like the video. See you later, guys.